Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to demonstrate for you guys the new ability to profile cut posts for stairs. So recently I did balusters where you could do profile cut into those, and now I've added in the ability to do the same for these posts, or commonly called Newel posts, right? Both on the top and the bottom of these stair runs. So what I've done is I've gone ahead, created a straight run of stairs here, pretty basic. Just wanted to kind of show off the functionality that I've added. All right, so here we've got a typical vertical cut handrail with posts at the top and bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and edit this. And now in the edit menu, when you come down to the past the handrail options and come to the handrail post options, you'll notice now that we have a couple actually 4 additional drop-down boxes or inputs here. So we have the post profile cut for the top post with the profile segments, and then below that we have here the post profile cut for the bottom and profile segments. So you can independently apply this to both top and bottom, and I mean, I don't see why you would do that, but you have that ability. So anyways, and then again, just as before, we have balusters, the same sort of thing, but it is slightly different, and that's what I want to get into a little bit today. So let's go ahead on the bottom post here. Let's focus on that actually, just for simplicity's sake. Right now, of course, it's set to none, and you'll notice I've got quite a few more profiles and posts in here than were in the baluster options, but I'll explain why. So let's go ahead and select this profile and then go ahead and hit update. And we probably should zoom in a little bit so you can see what's happening here. Okay, so there's a profile that I've already kind of pre-configured, set up for you guys. Pretty basic. I just wanted to really test it. And you can always put in your own profiles that you can have to cut these with, right? So so basically what it's doing is it's doing the exact same thing as what we're doing with the balusters. It's taking that pre-made profile and it's sweeping it around, or using the follow me essentially, and it's chopping away from the Newel post here. Okay. And of course those are pre-configured by yourself, or you can use some of the ones that I've created here, which there really isn't very many. However, now the difference between this and the baluster option is that I decided, the profile cutting is kind of cool and all, but I thought it would be nice if for more intricate Newel posts, and there are plenty, of them out there, that a guy could just basically create their own and then just essentially drop, that component gets dropped in as is instead of having to provide a profile to sweep. So that's essentially what I've got configured here. So these ones here, and I've just named them this naming convention so I know which ones are profiles and which ones are pre-configured posts. You don't have to name them anything specific other than just use alphanumeric characters, and don't use anything like double quotes or single quotes or anything like that. But yeah, I think it is useful though to notate with your naming convention that you put profile down or post down, just because that way whether it's an actual profile or whether it's just a pre-configured post. So this here is like a post, for instance. And notice I'm also putting the height of the post. You don't have to do that. I just do that for my own naming convention because it helps me keep track of heights and such. So there's some kind of chunky looking Newel post that one could use. Now notice here that this handrail is running into this post, right? And basically the length of that handrail as it drops toward that post is determined actually by the post size. So if I want to make sure that's trimming correctly, we can adjust the post size right here. So I think this is a 7.5 inch at the base here, width on that post there. Let's take a peek at that actually. I'll throw a dimension on it for you guys. Okay, yeah, so it's 7.5 inches. But actually, as you come up further, it's actually narrows down to 6 inches. So what I would do there probably is I would just put in 6 inches on that bottom post, and then let's redo our thing here. And so you can see that it actually helps position it better too as well, because now it's knowing that the half distance, or the essentially the radius of that post, is half of 6, so it's 3. So it kicks it out, and you can see that this now terminates. And this may not terminate exactly where you want it. This probably needs to be either higher or lower. So, you would need to kind of pre-configure your hard-coded components the way you want them to appear. But anyways, that kind of gives you the idea. So basically, I guess what I'm trying to say here is with this profile, post-profile cut drop-down, and you'll see you have the same option for the upper post as well. It's basically pulling from 2 separate folders within the library of the plugin, and it's grabbing both the profiles and both the posts. So it's not really just a post profile; it actually is all the profiles plus all of the pre-configured components. And then it's smart enough. Basically, the logic under the hood here is smart enough to figure out which is which. Like it doesn't need a keyword or anything. It knows that these are coming from a specific subfolder, and it knows to cut a profile, whereas it knows that these are components, and it'll just drop those in. Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Let me go ahead and show you under the hood a little bit, and we'll explain that. So if we come over here, this is the plugin folder. So here under library, you're going to see all these subfolders. And the one that's of interest to us for this particular situation is Newel post. Click on Newel post. Okay, now you're going to see 2 other subfolders. So this is where it's differentiating between what's components and what's profiles. And this is where you want to put in or drop in your pre-configured profiles that you want to cut, or you want to put in your pre-configured post components, right? So like, and I don't know if these are very viewable. I think I had them zoomed out when I saved them. Let's see here. Okay, so they're somewhat viewable. Let me put those even larger. Right. So you can see that these are pre-configured post components that I've created. And I think the easiest thing to do if you want to create your own is just open up one of these files, take a look how I'm centered on the origin, and I make sure I don't put any textures and I don't put it on any specific layer. So the plugin will take care of all that. And then you can create, any geometry you prefer. Make any sort of intricate, ornate Newel posts that you would want to insert into your model. And then, of course, under profiles, same thing. Let's see if we can make these viewable. Yeah, so same thing. Jump into the file. Take a look how I've kind of set these up at the origin along the x-axis. And basically, once I create the face with the outline, then I group that whole thing. And it's fairly straightforward and self-explanatory in my opinion. But there might be some people that want to do the profile cutting. Honestly, though, I think the easiest thing to do especially with intricate posts is this option. So, it's up to you. You got basically 2 ways of tackling this, and I just try to make it a little more flexible. Whereas with the baluster, right now, I will probably figure out a way to do it so you can also use your own pre-configured components. I've seen a lot of really intricate balusters, like where they have wire and metal that are spiraling around and that sort of thing. And so, yeah, you really can't do that with just simple profile cutting, because that's just like putting it on a wood lathe and turning it, right? So at some point, I will probably add that in. I just need to figure out how to configure that so that the posts are positioned correctly, or baluster, sorry. So anyways, that's pretty much it, you guys. Hopefully this is helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or even give me a call. I'm always open to suggestions on this sort of thing. And again, I appreciate you guys' support. We'll talk to you later.